Hey guys, Ken77 Stowe 171. In this video, we are going to do a little quick trip, at least the first one here. Um, the new update, I got Illinois, so we now have Illinois to explore. That just dropped, I think, yesterday or the day before. So I picked that up today. I think the map is like 15 bucks or something. Sometimes you can wait and get them on discount a few months later, but I thought, what the hell? Also, the new Volvos the one we built, that dropped in that same update or similar. And there are electric trucks in American Truck Simulator now. Uh, European Truck Simulators had those for a while. We didn't though, so we're going to give one of those a try. It's a quick trip, so our truck is actually up here still in Olympia with Washington, the Freightliner that we cab over. We were driving in the last video. But I wanted to give this a try. I'm also curious to see whether the brakes still suck. In European Truck Simulator, they used to work good, and then they did an update, and then the brakes, there's a lot of regen, and then the physical brakes, you got to shove your foot past the floorboard to make the damn thing stop when the regen expires. I'm curious to see if they fix that or if it's the same problem. It's one of the reasons I quit doing it in ETS. They're interesting to drive and a pain in the ass to drive at the same time. So we'll see if they screwed that up or fixed it. This Volvo is not the new Volvo that just dropped. At least I don't believe it is. It's the previous generation Volvo, which is the same one that was in European Truck Simulator. So we will see. They certainly are not the same truck though, because they're not a cab over. But we're going to take this job. It's only whatever it is, 107 miles, so it won't take that long. This ought to be straight and flat, and even if it is difficult to drive, we'll get through it. So we're going to take the job and give this a whirl. I also included the Freightliner FLD, which is the long nose older truck. Okay, that's really screwed up. There we go. And I downloaded the cab cats, and a few other little mods back into the game. So, but I wanted to drive this electric semi. Let's take a look at it here. We're already hooked. This is pretty heavy. It's 40-something thousand pounds.
Time to get the job done.
There's the high beams. But that is the previous generation Volvo, not the new one. We need to adjust our mirrors. That's one thing about quick. We'll check FO field of view. We need to go wider than that. That's probably good. Adjust the mirrors. Well, there's some. Look at that. It's interesting. You may not be able to see that, but there's some tearing right there at the edge of the line there of the building. That's interesting. There was a driver update on my graphics card, which maybe I shouldn't have done. There's the edge of the trailer. Yeah, it's doing it over there too. And not just at the edge, it's doing it inside the truck. That's the joys of PC. Sometimes it sucks. A friend of mine, he does nothing but console games, and he mentions that as the primary reason. Just weird problems, He's not a PC guy. I enjoy the improved graphics and abilities, but there is something nice about just turning the thing on and it just works every time. Did that just change back? I swear when I clicked the X that the mirrors went back. No, I don't think so. Yeah, just I guess the view just changed. Okay. Um, and there we go. You can see the cameras. All right, drive. How the hell do you get out of the facility here? Where the hell is the exit? I guess it's down that way. The Volvos do have a geared transmission. Okay, that gives you regen.
Right.
Let's turn that off, though. I'm curious to see what the brake feel is like here. I found it was slow speed maneuvers is where it sucked. So let's see. Seems okay. Yeah, the Volvos and many other trucks use the multi-speed transmissions.
Right, and then turn right.
No, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the brakes do still. They seem better than European Truck Simulator, but you do got to put... What happens is you've got regen.
Turn right.
And then as you slow down, that regen slowly fades away. And you blend into physical brakes. Nice. Let's see what the acceleration's like. By the way, this load is...
Get ready to turn left.
It's 40,000 pounds.
Turn left. Keep right, and then exit right.
No.
Exit right.
Runs up that hill pretty good. Off-throttle regen's rather abrupt. There's 2, 3. Where I had issues in European Truck Simulator was in the slow speed braking, which does seem to be slightly difficult here too. But one difference in ETS versus ATS, a lot more city traffic driving in ETS, where that kind of not very great braking feel was continuous almost. And here in ATS, we do a lot more open highway stuff, where that's less of a concern. And there might be some adjustments if you were going to drive this regularly. There might be some adjustments you could make in the braking, like the inputs. You know, so that less brake pressure on the pedals down there would give you more braking input. I don't know. It's the transition from regen to physical brakes. Like the regen feels great, and then as you get slowly, suddenly your brakes go away, and you really got to press extra hard. That transition doesn't feel very normal. And it didn't used to be that way in ETS either. And then at some point they changed something. I went and looked online, and a bunch of people were complaining about it, but it never did get fixed. I tried it a few times and finally gave up. This seems better than I remember it being, but it could just be the circumstances. I don't know. Boy, the headlights are great, though, aren't they? So I think the plan of action is I figured this would be a short trip. We'll do this, and then we'll get back in the FLB cab over, and we're still up in Olympia, Washington. We'll do some more runs all the way down the coast. I haven't even looked to see what freight's available. Pretty sure we already did a sleep break, so I don't think that'll help us. So we may just have to take whatever we can.
Keep left.
Or even quick travel to another city close by to find a better load. I don't know. I really want to run down the Pacific Coast Highway if possible, but that may not be an option. Someone was mentioning in a YouTube video about the electric trucks in ETS. Oh, I'm sorry, in ATS. That what they're talking about doing, right now you cannot buy one of these trucks. All you can do is do the quick trips, which is the same as it is in ETS. But what they're talking about doing is adding a recharge station at the existing fuel stations, which would, obviously they're going to have to change things, but, you know, just add a single recharger station where you can pull up and recharge. It'll be interesting to see how they, you know, do you got to sit there for an hour, you know, game time? Does the clock, you know, just jump forward, you know, an hour? I don't know. Don't know what they're going to do, but that would be the way to implement it, is just put one recharging station, you know, at every place where there's a gas pump. You know, there's a lot of electrification in Europe with trucking. Electric Trucker is a great YouTube channel, although he doesn't broadcast except in German anymore. He used to do German with English subtitles on the Electric Trucker channel, but he quit doing not subtitles, English voiceovers, which were really well done, but he just doesn't do it anymore. So he's got a German channel where he just does his videos in German. I wish he would start doing that again. He was great. He does a lot of data collection. He's got an app that he constructed with some other people to help people in Europe find charging stations, to know which charging stations they allow trailers with, you know, data, you know, basically like plug share, sort of, but for electric truckers. And he can do route planning and things. So he's got that. He's been interviewed by some pretty high up people in Europe.
Keep left.
So I'd recommend looking at his channel. It's really good. Even at least his older stuff with English voiceover was great. And he did a lot of data testing. You know, what trucks were efficient, which ones were more fun to drive, problems with them. He drives an Iveco electric, which has an electric axle. Very powerful.
Keep right.
But it's
then exit right.
Not as efficient. He drove, I think, a Volvo or another one like this that has a multi-speed transmission. And some of them were really not any faster than a diesel truck, but they were more efficient than the e-axle variants. This drive's pretty cool. You would hope there's not a truck there, vehicle right there when you come to the end of that ramp. That's why cloverleafs suck. Oh, it's 43 here. See, the regen seems to be limited over there. The green, you can see the go from, that's power, that's regen. It doesn't actually go all the way over, even when I get on the brakes. See, when I press, if I press the brake harder, it goes more. But I have to hold the steering wheel assembly to not push the damn thing away from me. It's not right. Let's see. Maybe there's settings. Maybe they changed some settings for electric truck. Under truck, air brake simulation. Maybe you need to uncheck that. You could raise this braking intensity. That'd be one way to overcome that if you were going to drive these regularly. Of course, it should just get fixed so that it's realistic. Automatic traction control. EV. Yeah, don't see it. Yeah, well. And then there's also, like, you could go over to controls. There's there should be, you know, under force feedback you could do anyway, I don't know. Acceleration axis, dead zone, brake axis. That's just a dead zone. That doesn't really help you. You would need to go to that braking intensity setting. I wonder if our axle's down. I would think it is. Usually it is in the other trucks. It's also possible that if this thing was mounted up against a barrier where it couldn't move away from me, maybe I could press harder, easier. Don't know. But if you went from a gas to one of these to an electric, the brake feel should be the same. You know, it should be calibrated to be like any other truck. Come on, light. Let's go. I think they run 4-speed transmissions.
Keep right, and
Also,
then turn
I
right.
wonder if you turn off the engine brake. See, right about there, I'm about as maximum intensity, and then to get more, you can see the green. I gotta push really hard. Yeah, so they haven't fixed it. But I think in ATS, it wouldn't, like I said, it wouldn't be such a big deal. There's not as much stopping. Tesla Semi is going to be in production pretty soon. Pepsi's been very happy with the, I think they have 50 of them or 100 of them already deployed. For short and regional trucking, it's kind of a no-brainer. The cost of operations are... Friend was... Where's our delivery?
We are finished.
Yeah, see, it doesn't seem as, like, right now it's creeping still, because I've got to put more brake on it than I would want to. There's your brake pressure. See it right there? Like, that's where my brakes normally stop. And it hasn't even started. Now it's like 50%. Like, I have to really push it hard to make that thing go up. That's where the calibration's fucked up. Let's do a... Where the frick? Well, I guess we just go in. It's kind of the opposite of the, Those come to a complete stop. So maybe that's the trick, is to just give yourself way more space. And let the truck come to a stop on its own. Maybe that's the design, is to really never touch the brakes. But the thing is, when you have to touch the brakes, they should feel the same as a normal. Where the fuck are we supposed to go? Well, it can't be that way, because... I guess we'll go this way. I don't really know. If I don't find it soon. Like, they need to put, like, a big ass, like, blinky thing in the sky, like do with the trailer, showing you, like, from up, showing you from above where the parking space is. Because I have no idea where the hell it is. It's not on the map that's in front of me there. You can't see the map because my steering wheel screen camera is taking that place. Oh, there it is. It's in front of me now. It's over here somewhere. Hopefully we can get down here. Well, this was an interesting experience. It's easy to get going a little fast. Come on, stop. I need to turn off the engine brake. And I need to go external, guys, because I can't see. It's dark. Come on. Like, pretty easy. Yes, I know. Park in the spot. No shit. Once again, it seems like after every update, they bring back the stupid little... Finish your delivery. Park in the spot you're supposed to. Like, yeah, no shit. Okay, stop. Go to reverse. Well, that sucked. Probably close to the edge over here. Yeah, a little bit too close to the edge over there. I'm driving over something there. I don't know what the fuck it is. See the cab move? Just a piece in the jump in the pavement. It's right. It's on the edge. It's right there. The edge there. That's what it is. Good enough. Oh man, we almost made it to the level 25 to level 24. All right, guys. So let's we're just going to continue. That was a little short trip, but let's just see if there's anything in Olympia running down the coast here. I'd like to run down, down the coast at least. But we may end up running through the middle here. So we need to go to Oregon. Eugene, that would work. Doesn't pay anything. Oh, I got the route length set to short. That's why. Now, that might work too. Back to Montana. This is what happened last time. There just wasn't anything. Wrong direction. Wrong direction. That would work. Not really what I wanted to do. I wanted to run down, to there. I really wish they would put filters in here where, like, I'd like to go from here to there. Like find freight that goes both, that has a starting point and an ending point, rather than me just having to look at these two things. But, I guess you can't get everything you want. That would work too. It's a little longer, and it runs down the coast a bit more. It's really light. That's fairly heavy, which would be more interesting. It's also a double. That goes even farther down the coast. Kind of inclined to take that one. But that one is more interesting, right on the edge of the seacoast there. I don't really care about the weight. It doesn't pay anything, though. Neither one of these actually pay anything. That would work too. That takes us most of the way down to California, but like not on the coast. I was hoping to like run down here, down this way. But that might be an option. Actually pay some money. $7,000. Yeah, these pay almost nothing. Where the hell is the one that... One of these paid 15. That one was that one. All the way down to Redding, California. So I think we're going to do that one. The others don't pay enough to be worth the going and getting it, and it's too much time. Doesn't weigh anything. It's also a short trailer, but that'll be okay. It'll be a... You know what? I'm going to start a second. I think I'm going to end the stream. I need to take a break for a minute anyway. This will be a 600-mile trip. I need to do those things, and I'll just end the stream, and I'll be right back, guys. That way it splits up the Volvo quick drive, and I've got 20 hours to pick this one up, which means that'll work out okay. Okay, guys, I'll be back here in a little bit. I'll be right back. I just need to do something real quick.